Welcome to the quick hitter version of the Mike Y Show. I'm joined by the White Mamba, Brian Scalabrine. He co-hosts the starting lineup on Sirius XM NBA radio with my good friend, Frank Isola. And I gotta say, he talks about Nikola Jokic and how the MVP is shockingly not a no-brainer. One of the reasons I brought you on, not only because I've always liked your commentary and I've been on with you and Frank, but more so, I love what you said about the Jokic MVP, Nikola Jokic. This is a guy, Jokic, who's clearly had the best season in the league for a team that's, a legitimate contender. And to me, if I was voting when I voted, that's what I always thought. If you had one of the best seasons in the league, if not the best, on a title contending team, and I think the Nuggets are, even though LeBron gets healthy and who knows, I feel like it's an obvious thing. And yet you said on the Sirius program, and you're right, only the media's acknowledged it. And it's almost like players, fans, everybody else is like, wait a minute, hold on. We're not going to give this up right away. I don't get it.
It's like the media who has votes, Mike, it's going to be a landslide. For anybody that follows the NBA, his impact, the fact that he's played in all the games, all that stuff matters. But maybe it's hard for, the NBA players, and maybe it's hard for fans to look at. Jokic is a generational talent. If you love basketball and you watch him, I watch him and I laugh. I'm laughing on air when I'm supposed to keep it serious. He makes the simplistic play, and I'm sorry. He makes the difficult play look so simple when he's out there, and it's comical to me how he dominates the game. And how it's comical to me how he destroys guys inside out. You got Rudy Gobert on me, I'm going to pop and get 50 on him. You put a small guy on me, I'm going to go into the block. You double team me, I'm going to pick you apart. And guys go out, it doesn't matter. Whoever's playing with Jokic is a plus. So it's a hands down thing. But players, and they did the same thing with Steph Curry. Yeah. I think it's like this. I think when the media loves a guy, I think the players initially was like, we can't like the same people that the media likes.
Totally.
They don't know. And now, after Steph Curry won and he's an all-time great player, now the players start giving him the credit. When the media goes all right, now who are we looking for? Somewhere else. Giannis doesn't get a ton of credit. Now it's Jokic. It's like the new guy that comes along, it's we're not going to like the same people the media likes.
Yeah.
And the guys on TNT, it was funny how Shaq was saying that Embiid is the MVP. The guy missed a quarter of the season.
He had a great season, but you're right. He wasn't. Jokic wasn't hurt. For Steph Curry about 5 years ago, before he got the second one, I said something to me. I go, do you think guys look down on you because basically you're this light-skinned brother who was the son of a former player, and he almost he almost said there was some little racial component, almost I wasn't black enough or something. And at first I thought, okay, is there a racial issue with Jokic? I think we're past all that now. I don't think guys think if you're born in the hood that some guy from Europe is taking my job now and I can't respect. I don't think that's it at all. I think it's what you said. There's this reluctance to give the new guy the respect he deserves, even though he's, and plus, let's be honest, the guy you measure is vertical with a Metro card. And and to me, my 10-year-old, I just show him, I go, look at this guy. He plays with an economy of movement, and he's burying people just because he knows how to play the game.
Yeah. But there's also one thing, the players, there's always a battle between the players and the media. It's not, I think it's probably going the other way. It wasn't like it was when I've heard in the 80s that the players and the media would hang out and they'd go have a beer after the games. And the media people would write the tough story and the players would be like, yeah, you're right. I wasn't very good. I got to be better. And it's very well, that's the media. They don't know what they're talking about. And we're the players and we know exactly what we're talking about. But I do think it will be interesting because there's a lot of media that likes to placate the players, and it'll be interesting if they end up, following suit to what the players are saying. When it's clear as day to anybody that follows the game that Jokic is the most valuable player in the NBA for many reasons. And I even went a step further today, Mike.
Yeah.
Can we give Julius Randle his due?
Ugh.
Can we give Chris Paul his due? Can we give Damian Lillard his due? And even Steph Curry his due as well. Can we give those guys who are not LeBron, Harden, KD, not the big giant name, and maybe even Giannis in this situation, even though Giannis has taken a few more games off this year. Like, can we reward the guys for showing up every day? I'm telling you, Mike, if Damian Lillard took 10 games off, he would average 5 more points a game because he would just be fresh. There is a little bit of battle of attrition here. And the guys who are playing night in and night out and still putting in the numbers, how do we not associate that with dominance? That is hard to do night after night after night.
If you want to hear more from Brian Scalabrine and myself, check out the full version of the Mike Wise Show from Pure Hoops Media. You can also see the show on the Pure Hoops Media YouTube channel.